Good afternoon, class 5. Welcome to the online class. Before starting the class, I want to know that any one of you having any type of doubt regarding the syllabus. You all know the syllabus, even you know the assessment date also for maths, isn't it? The date of assessment everyone knows for the maths. Okay. Now, anyone having any type of doubt regarding the syllabus? Regarding the syllabus, anyone of you having any type of doubt? If you have any type of doubt, then write it in the chat box. We will clear it today only if you have any type of doubt. And as you know, for term 2, PT2 is also included. So, you will practice the chapters from PT2 also. Okay. You will practice term 2 chapters also plus PT2 chapters also for your term 2 assessment. And as I have already told you that this assessment is also as you have given for term 1, the same thing it will be in term 2 also. Okay. The same number of questions, the timings are also same. Okay. So, when you are writing, there is no problem. So, we will start the revision, and today I want to do revision from your composite maths. Revision from your composite maths. So, this is my request to everyone, kindly open the composite maths book. Kindly open the composite maths book. In composite maths, we will start from simplification. We will start from simplification, that is chapter number 5. So, quickly come to the question bag of chapter number 5. Question bag of chapter number 5. Page number is 59. Page number is 59. Assessment 4, question bag 1. Assessment 4, question bag 1. I will ask you the question, you will calculate and you will give me the answer. Okay. You will give me the answer. This is page number 59 and assessment is 4, question bag 1. Kindly come to page 59, everyone. Everyone come to page 59. See the first question. The first question, which of the following operations is performed first in simplifying a numerical expression? Now, here some expressions are given, you have to find out which one we are doing at first. And what we are following? We are following the Bodmas rule, isn't it? I think you know. So, according to the Bodmas rule, first we are operating brackets, then we are doing of, then division, then multiplication, addition, and at the last it is subtraction. Okay. So, here you will give a tick mark to option number. It will be option number C, assessment 4, question bag 1. Question number 1, option will be exactly option number D, division. Option number D, division. Achha, one more thing I want to tell you. See, at the time of exam, might be the computer can write like this way. Suppose I am giving you 684 divided by 2. I have given one question like this. Okay, might be in computer or it might be in your exam. It can be printed like this, or like this. Most probably it will be taken as this. Okay, but this thing and this thing both are same. Okay, both are same. So, do not be confused in this type of symbol. 684 by 2, that is also same as 684 divided by 2. Clear? It can come in the exam. Because that computer, he can do this division like this. Okay, whenever I am clicking the division, I am writing it, and when I am getting, it is written as this. So, might be you will get the questions like this, but both the questions they are same. The by is for the division. Okay. By is for the division. This is page number 59. Page number 59. So don't be confused by this type of questions. Okay. Okay. Now come to question number 2. Achha, one more thing. If in question number 1 it is given plus, the first option is given plus, isn't it? In that case, if in place of plus, if it comes addition, the question will remain the same. Okay. Similarly, for number B it is given minus. So in place of minus, if it is written subtraction, it is also same question. And in place of x, it is written multiplication or multiply. So the options are being changed into words, but the question will remain the same. Okay. So don't be confused by this. It is 59, page number 59. Page number 59 I am talking, and this answer I am not asking. Okay. Question number 2. Yes, whatever the answer you have given, it is correct. Simplification. Orally you can simplify, isn't it? It is given 8 into 8. 8 into 8, 64 minus 8. Again come back 8 steps backward, that is 56. So answer will be number C. So for question number 2, answer is number C. Now quickly calculate question number 3. Number 3, 100 divided by 10 plus 10 into 10. First of all division, then multiplication, then addition. Quickly. 100 divided by 10, 10, and that side 10 into 10, 100. Exactly, it is number C. Very good. It is number C, that is 110, because 100, 10 into 10, 100, and that side you are getting 100 divided by 10 as 10. So the answer will be 110, that is option number C. Now see, for question number 4, which of the following types of brackets is simplified first? Now you have to tell which brackets are simplified: bar, round bracket, curly bracket, or square bracket. Exactly, it is bar. So for question number 4, option number A is correct. For question 4, option number A is correct. Now come to question number 5. 49 divided by 7 into 7 plus 5 into 3 minus 2. Quickly solve. First division, 49 divided by 7, it is 7. Then multiplication, 7 sevens are 49, and that side 5 into 3, 15. So 15 plus 49. Exactly, it is 62, that is number D. For question number 5, option is number D. For question 5, option is number D. Now come to question number 6. Listen, you solve and then you write the answer. Don't cheat from others, okay? It will be disadvantage for you only. So better you solve and you then click to the answer. Yes, question number 6. 63 divided by 9 plus 12 into 4 minus 5. This also first perform the division, then multiplication, then addition, and then subtraction. Yes, it is 50, number C. So for question number 6, answer will be number C. Option will be number C. Now come to the next one. Next one is very easy. 100 into 10 minus 100 plus 2000 divided by 10 is equals to dash. Is equals to dash. It is? Yes, option number C. Very good. Yes, I am very happy today because you all are answering very fast. That means the revision is up to date for all of you. You are not cheating from anyone, na? Very honestly you are giving the answers, class 5. See, I am honest in the class, so you also be honest in the class, okay? Honestly give the answers. Don't cheat from the chat box. Yes, for question number 7, answer will be C. Option number C. For question number 7, answer will be option number C. Yes, when you are all are writing yes ma'am, I am also happy with your honesty. Okay, come to question number 8. 5751 into bracket 45 minus small bracket 90 divided by 2. So, obviously, you will solve the bracket first and then you will write the answer. Solve it and write the answer. Solve it and write the answer. See, it is very easy. 90 divided by 2, you are getting 45, isn't it? 45 2s are 90. So, 45 minus 45 0. So, any number is multiplied by 0, answer will be 0, isn't it? Any number multiplied by 0, answer will be 0. So, option number A. For question 8, answer is option number A. Done? Yes. Okay, now come to question bank 2. Come to question bank 2. See, question bank 2 is also simplification. I think you can do this one. Question 1, 2, 3, you solve it yourself, okay? And if you have any type of doubt, you will ask me for question bank 2, because for this questions you need the copy and you have to calculate it. Clear? Now, let us come to the next chapter. Next chapter after simplification, we have measures of mass. Measures of mass. Page 196. Yes, come to page 196. Assessment 11. Come to page 196. Assessment 11. See, for your term 2, since you have measures of mass, so you will practice only those questions which are related to mass, and before term 2 it was in PT2 measures of length. So, for term 2 you will practice the questions that are related to length as well as the questions that are related to mass. Okay. So, for the length we have already completed. So, today we will practice for the questions which are related to mass, that means weight. So, come to question number 12. Question number 12. One egg has a mass of about 65 gram. What is the mass of 2 dozen eggs? That means the mass or the weight of one egg is given 65 gram. You have to find the mass of 2 dozen. Now, in 1 dozen we have 12 eggs, isn't it? So, for 2 dozen means 2 into 12, that is 24 eggs. So, for 24 eggs, what will be the weight? For one egg, the weight is 65 gram. So, for 24 eggs, what will be the weight? What will be the weight? Just multiply and find it out. Multiply and find it out. The answers are given in kgs. That means you have to convert from gram to kg. So, just you will divide by 1000 to convert in gram. 2 answers I have got. Others? That means 24 into 65. That is option number, yes, option number A. So, for question number 12, answer will be option number A. For question number 12, answer will be option number A, that is 1.56 kg. 1.56 kg. See, in the option there is, it is not given 1 kg and 56 gram. It is not given. It is given in decimal form. So, you have to write in the decimal form. Okay. Now come to question number 13. See number 13. A man carried with him 3 soap bars weighing 125 gram each and 4 detergent cakes weighing 275 gram each. The total weight carried by him was. Now the total weight means you have to add it, isn't it? So quickly add and tell me the answer. Quickly add and tell me the answer for question number 13. Add and tell me the answer for question number 13. 2 answers I have got. Others also, quickly, fast. You have already solved this type of questions. Just put it in the column and add, not formula, in the column. Kg and gram. See what you have done for this type of question. First of all, here it is given 125 gram is for 1 soap bar. So you will find for 3 soap bars, that means you have to multiply it. So 125 into 3, that will give you the weight of 3 soap bars. Similarly, weight of 1 detergent cake is 275 gram. You will find for 4 detergent cakes which is weighing 275 gram. Okay, so it is multiplied by 4. Now whatever you are getting, that too you will add and then you will tell me. It is option number C, that is 1 kg 475 gram. 1 kg and 475 gram, number C. You have understood this question, na? Everyone, you have understood this question? First you have to multiply and then you have to add. Okay? Yes. First multiplication and then addition. Okay. Now come to question bank 2. Question bank 2 also, the questions which are related to mass, that you will solve. Achha, here conversions are given. Anyone having any type of doubt in conversion? That means converting from lower to higher units or from higher to lower units. It will come in the exam. You will practice the conversions. Okay. The conversion of the lower units to higher units as well as the conversion of higher units to lower units. Both you will practice. Okay. So the conversions you will do it of your own. Clear? I think you can do it of your own, the conversions. So now come to the next chapter's question bag. The conversions I think you can do it, okay. Now come to volume. Volume, that is page number 301. Page number 301. Question bag 19. Question bag 19. Question bag 19. Here we will calculate and then we will write the answer. Okay. Okay, never mind. If you are not able to submit your answers, never mind, because I know you have practiced the maths. Okay, because I am confident in my class 5 that they will do the best in their exam. Okay. So don't worry about these things. We are also having the network problem, isn't it? So the network problem is with you also today. So leave it. Don't bother about that and don't take tension also for that. Okay, come to page 301. Assessment 19, question bag 1. See, the volume of the adjoining box is. Now quickly find the volume. As you know, formula for volume is L into B into H, isn't it? So quickly multiply the 3 and tell me the answer. You can multiply orally also. 12 into 5, 60 and 60 into 4, 24. That is option number D, exactly. Option number D, that is 240 cubic centimeter. Option number D, that is 240 cubic centimeter. Now come to question number 2. How many ice cubes with 2 centimeter side can be put in an ice box whose dimensions are 4 centimeter by 4 centimeter by 4 centimeter? See, here two things are given. One is ice cubes are given and one is the ice box are given. You have to find both the volumes and then you have to divide it. So, quickly find both the volumes. Find both the volumes. First, the volume of the ice box, because it is the bigger one. Inside that you have to put the ice cubes. So, 4 into 4 into 4, 4 4s are 16, 16 into 4, 64. 64 is divided by 2. No, 64 is divided by 8, because here the ice cube has one side as 2 centimeter. That means you will find the volume of that ice cube, isn't it? Very good. It is option number C. 64 divided by 8, answer will be option number C, that is 8. Now quickly solve question number 3. Those who have completed 2, solve 3. Each edge of a cubical box measures 160 centimeter. How many cubical packets of edge 8 centimeter can be packed in it? The same thing. The cubical box, that means the volume of cubical box is being divided by the volume of cubical packets. The volume of cubical packets. Okay. Yes, it is option number D. It is option number D. Exactly, it is option number D. Okay, now come to the next one. For question number 3, answer is option number D. Give a tick mark in option number D. Now question number 4. Box A measures this much and box B measures this much. Which has the greater volume? Quickly find both the volumes and tell me which one is the greater volume. 10 into 6 into 4 and that side 6 into 6 into 7. Exactly, box B. Sorry students, it will be option number B. Question 4, option number B, box B. Okay. Now come to question number 5. The volume of a cube is, the volume of a cube of side 6 centimeter is, now 6 centimeter is the side, find the volume, that is 6 into 6 into 6. 6 into 6 into 6, it will be, yes, 216. 216. Yes, you all have given the correct answer. Similarly, question number 6. How many small cubes of edge 10 centimeter can be put in a cubical box of side 80 centimeter? See, you will divide the volume of cubical box by the volume of small cubes. Volume of cubical box, as it is the bigger one, you have to divide it by small cubes. Okay. Divide both the volumes. Divide both the volumes and then tell me the answer. It is 512. 512. There is very easy method. See, no need to divide, no need to find the whole thing. That means L into B into H you are doing for volume. So, no need to do that one. Just you write 80 into 80 into 80. Suppose this question number 6. Question number 6, the volume you have to find is equals to L into B into H, isn't it? And if it is a cube, then you will write S into S into S, side into side into side, isn't it? Here it is given cubical, that means S into S into S you will write. Here it is given 80. So, let it be like this, 80 into 80 into 80. The next one you have to find the volume of the cubical of the small cubes. The small cubes, its side is given 10 centimeter. That means the volume will be 10 into 10 into 10, isn't it? Now you will cancel the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The 3 zeros are cancelled. Now you just multiply 8 into 8, whatever the answer, into 8. So it will be very quick to answer. Okay, it will be very quick to answer. So this way you will solve. Clear? Okay, come to the next one. A cube of side 6 centimeter is cut into small cubes, each of side 2 centimeter. How many small cubes will be formed? This is also the same way. You have to divide the cube of 6 centimeter by the small cube which has the side 2 centimeter. The bigger cube, that is the 6 centimeter, that volume is to be divided by the small cube, that is 2 centimeter. Clear? Students, I think you can do all the sums because the time is over now. So kindly you practice question banks for all the chapters which you have in term 2. Okay? Question bank 1 and 2 both. Even the fill in the blanks are also important. Clear? And if you have any type of doubt, any type of queries, you can ask me in the class or in over the e-portal. Okay? So bye all of you for today, and thank you everyone.